Hi, Barbara Lardonay here, and today I would like to answer a question that came into my Straight Talk column from a lady named Cheryl. It's a good question, one that many people have had through the years. She says, in respect to our enemies, the Old and the New Testament seem very different. In the Old Testament, God commanded complete and total destruction of his people's enemies. In the New Testament, we are called to love them and turn the other cheek. Can you explain this? Well, I'd like to offer a few thoughts on this, not maybe a complete answer, but actually the Old and the New Testament are not that different. If you read the Old Testament carefully, you see plenty of cases where God spared the enemies. And you see plenty of cases where his mercy and his compassion was poured out. In the New Testament, Jesus is revealing the fullness of the Father's heart because Jesus is God. And we are told to love our enemies, and we were told to love our enemies in the Old Testament too, on an individual basis. But remember that for Israel was operating as a government. And the way that a government handles things is different than the way individuals handle things. So sometimes God called them to destroy an enemy. Usually, if you look at the passage, you can tell exactly why. There was something as an abomination to God, or there was idolatry going on, and there were particular reasons why God did that. I also want to point out that in the New Testament, a time is coming when we get into the events that are going to occur in the book of Revelation, when judgment and retribution are going to be poured out upon the world. And then we're going to probably look and say, oh, that's the other side of God. Really, God doesn't have sides, but there is a fullness to him, and he is perfectly love, and he is also perfectly justice, which is very difficult for us to understand. I think that we need to look at the Bible as a whole, and I think that we need to read it carefully so that we can understand as much as we can about God, his personality, his character, but really his character has never changed. Thanks so much. Bye.